everybody. Steven here for Off the Shelf Movie Night, ready to do part 2 of my complete collection. We've already done steelbooks and some special editions. Now I'm looking at the pile over here. This is, if I can get it in the shot here. Today we're going to do science fiction, Blu-rays, 4Ks, and a few DVDs. I'm going to do section by section and do each video as its own edition so that things don't get too long, because I've seen some complete collection videos that'll go over an hour, and that's a lot to take in, so I'm trying to break it up into small pieces for you guys. So if you like physical media, 4Ks, Blu-rays, DVDs, and that kind of thing, home video, I'm going to do a home theater tour soon with a breakdown of my gear that I use and that kind of stuff. That's coming soon. So if you like all that kind of stuff, please give me a like, and most importantly, a subscribe, and follow, hit that bell, and you'll see the things I've got coming up. Got a lot of videos coming, but the likes, the thumbs up, that really helps with the search algorithm and gets the word out about what we're doing. So please take the time and hit that button for me. I really appreciate it. And if there's something you want to see specifically, if there's something here that I'm going to show you that you want to see a breakdown of, you want to see the box open and hear more commentary about the film and why I own it and that kind of thing, just put it in the comments, because I'm going to go through these kind of quick, because my collection is small compared to a lot of people that are on YouTube, of course, but there's still a lot, so I want to get through this, fairly fast, and then we'll come back and visit specific films as you request them, as things you want to see. If you have your complete collection up on the internet somewhere, please link me to it in the comments. Let me see what you've got too, and see if you have some things that I feel might be a great addition to my own collection, because if you've been following the show, I'm actually replacing things that were stolen, so I'm adding and upgrading and replacing that kind of stuff. So I've got a lot to buy. I bought a lot. I got gifted a lot over the holiday season, and I'm going to buy more this weekend. I'm going to check the sales, especially for used places, to see if people sold off some gifts that they didn't want, and see if I can find some other cool stuff. So I'll do a wrap-up video for the holiday season. It shows everything I got, including what I've already showed you from Black Friday. So let's get into this. Let's take a look at the sci-fi DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that I have. Got some, of course, you can't have this be in my house without cat hair. So first up, this is a DVD. This is a movie called Natural City. It is a Japanese, I believe it's Japanese. I know it's an Asian cinema thing. Tartan Asia Extreme was a great label that is sadly no more. They put out amazing stuff, and that's why I've kind of kept this. I need to research and see if there's been a Blu-ray upgrade of this film. It's the sci-fi is a little, or not the sci-fi, I'm sorry, the special effects, the CG effects in some places are pretty questionable, especially by today's standards, but the story is so good. It's Korean, I'm sorry. So it's the Korean answer to The Matrix. I totally can see that. This is from Bloody Disgusting. I'll hold on the read up there if you want to see information about it. It's a nice box. They packaged this nice. I'll get rid of this when I find a good Blu-ray. But look this movie up. If you've seen it, let me know what you think. Really, really love that film. Okay. So here we have, some of you anime fans will know this film. Space Battleship Yamato. It is subtitled in English, thank goodness. So in the 80s, I think maybe even in the 70s, but I know for sure in the 80s, there was an animated series called Star Blazers. This is the live action film based on that series. It's not that great, but I do love it. Now, I won't have things that I think are just completely bad in my collection. A lot of people do, and if you do, tell me why you would own something that you think is just a bad movie. If it is a bad movie and I own it, it's because there's some aspect of it that I love, and I do actually watch it. Nothing goes in my collection that I don't watch. Let me just get the read up here so you can read it. Not a great movie, but it's fun for me to watch. Someone who grew up watching Star Blazers, to see it brought to life in somewhat live action with some questionable CGI, of course. This was a controversial TV series because the Yamato was a ship that was used during Pearl Harbor, so it has not necessarily the best connotation here in the United States. Shadows of Light. This is a tough film to find. It's a sci-fi fantasy hybrid. You can see there. It is signed. This was actually made by a friend of mine. I'll pause on the read up. You might still be able to find this on Amazon somewhere. I don't think so, though. I believe it's out of print. But my good friend made this film, and I love it for him. Here's another one. Most of my DVDs are of the Asian variety. This one, let me see if I can come in on it so you can see it. Storm Riders. This is superheroes before there were superheroes, really, as we have them today. Let me flip around. Let me get you the read up there. This wasn't it. This particular DVD is an import that I got at a convention. So, over-the-top wire foo, hilarious CG effects, just a fun sci-fi fantasy film. I really enjoyed this movie. Again, need to see if there's a Blu-ray upgrade. All right, so you've probably seen this behind me during podcasts and that kind of thing. This is a Clockwork Orange, Stanley Kubrick film. It's a much more dystopian version of the future. Again, this is a great collection. If you want to see me go through it and see what's inside and that kind of thing, let me know. Clockwork Orange by Stanley Kubrick. Great film. Another Stanley Kubrick coming up. 2001, A Space Odyssey. There's probably no need to go through this one because so many people already have. This is a 4K. Really great HDR on this film. But if you want to see it, I will be happy to go through it. Just let me know. Okay. Final Countdown. This is sort of this ship goes through kind of a wormhole into the past. Blue Underground release. It's cool. It does have some extras there. Again, there's the read-up. Okay. Campy science fiction fun. Escape from New York. I am going to upgrade this. There's no 4K, but there is a nicer edition out. I just haven't gotten around to the, haven't gotten around to the upgrade yet. But if you don't know Escape from New York, you need to be watching some films. This is a Shout Factory release. And if you need it, you shouldn't. But if you do, there's the read-up. Okay. So you can see I have a lot of films that have this sort of hole punch here. And it annoys me that it's there, but it's kind of nostalgia for me also because those were sent to me that way because they were sent to me by PR firms that wanted me to review the film. And they don't want you to resell them. That doesn't stop you, though. Logans Run, if you haven't seen this film, it is a old school science fiction film. It's a great movie. Some good special features here. There's the read-up. Ask the question, what if everybody in the future gets killed off at age 35? It's a Warner Brothers release. Okay. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This movie has been made so many times, but this is like probably my favorite. There's one other that I really like. There's actually two versions of this film out that I like. The other one has two others. Actually, there's two others. I'm sorry. The original, well, the 70s one. It's not the original. There was one before it, but the one from the 70s, it has Donald Sutherland and Leonard Nimoy from Star Trek. I like that one the best than this one. And then Donald Sutherland did one called Puppet Masters that is also basically the same story. It's very good. Picked this up not long ago. This one was in my collection and was in the stolen box of things. Gravity. This is a 3D version. My projector, unfortunately, does not do 3D, but I do believe I've heard there will be an upgrade on my projector that will allow for 3D. I hope that's a true thing. Gravity. Really, really good film. One of the best 3D experiences I've had in theater. Gattaca. If you've seen this film, if you haven't, you should. Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman, Jude Law. I've got to get moving. I'm going too much into detail on these. There's the read-up. Great sci-fi film. Dark City. Kiefer Sutherland. This is the director's cut on Blu-ray. Oh, did you get that read-up? There you go. Book of Eli. Denzel Washington. Gary Oldman. This is very, very dystopian. I love this film. can't talk much about it without spoiling. Battle LA. This sort of happened in the era of the found footage. This is a pretty good found footage film, though. Sci-fi. I enjoy this one. Alright, we have Road Warrior here. This one's unopened. I've had a copy that I gifted and then picked up this other one. I haven't watched it yet, but I will. I watch this movie fairly regularly, probably once a year. Mel Gibson's Road Warrior. Classic. Great film. Total Recall. Loosely based on a Philip K. Dick. One of Arnold Schwarzenegger's best. Catch that read up. There's another Arnie film. This one's in 4K. This is the Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I love this film. This is not, sadly, this is not the best 4K that I could recommend to you. If you have a nice DVD version or a nice blue version, you may want to keep that one for now. Okay, so I have this film multiple times. The Wrath of Khan is my favorite Star Trek film. The original, not that horrible remake. This was a nice addition with some bonus features that aren't available everywhere. So you'll see I have this movie twice. Star Trek Beyond. The best of the new Star Trek films. The only one I actually own. And it's a nice 4K, but you better have a TV that's 4K and HDR, or this movie will be really dark. So, this is a 4K collection, the Planet of the Apes films. I like the first two a lot. The third one is fine. It's good. Like, I like to watch all three films. This one took a little bit of a beating in the move, you can see there. It's very frustrating, but the Blu-rays inside are fine. This is a Neil Blomkamp collection. Obviously, District 9 is the best of these. Elysium is underrated, underappreciated. I think people just didn't like seeing Jodie Foster as a villain. And Chappie is fun. They just didn't... I think also people weren't ready for Wolverine doing something that wasn't Wolverine. Old school Star Wars collection. Has all the films up through the prequels. I'll unbox it if you want to see it, but I'm not going to dig through it now. So again, here we have the Star Trek collection. All the original films. You can see there, this is a nice collection. But we have Wrath of Khan once again. Alright. There should have been more of these. Dredd is such a good science fiction action film. Sadly, since I don't have 3D capable, other than my living room TV, it is 3D, but I don't watch films in there that much. But this is, if you have 3D, you should own this 3D, the 3D Dredd. It's one of the best. All right, original Bladerunner 4K, beautiful 4K. One of the best 4K transfers of an original film. Something shot on film originally. All right, 10 Cloverfield Lane. I knew nothing about this film when I saw it in the theater. The twist at the end was really... you could argue that it felt tacked on, but I think it really worked. The sort of small presentation of this film, really tight, claustrophobic look and feel of it is fantastic. This is riveting and gripping, and it is. It does break the 180 rule if you're a filmmaker a few times that are very noticeable. Alright, this is kind of the previous film to that, Cloverfield. Again, this is a handheld thing. It's a found footage thing, but it's really good. Really good film. Oh, let me show you the back. Not a lot write-up wise, they just assume you know the film. Arrival. This is one of the best science fiction films of the last 10 years, and it's a beautiful 4K. If you haven't seen this, you should look it up. You know, Jeremy Renner had a little something to do between superhero movies. There's your read up. Annihilation. I really, honestly, didn't love this film in the theater. And I don't know why. I just wasn't in the mood for it or what. But it's a really meaty, sort of heavy plot. The story's heavy. It shouldn't surprise me. It's from the director of Ex Machina. Natalie Portman is in this, and she's good. I mean, she's fine. Apollo 13. This is a classic film. Really dramatizes a moment in American history. Amazing cast. This Photoshop work here is terrible, though. I mean, especially these two guys. I mean, just look at them. It's terrible. It's a great film, though. Let me come on here and get the whole write-up. There you go. Hotel Artemis. This was highly underappreciated. It's just it's simple. I have to say it like that. It's simple. It is a basic, fun, dystopian science fiction film. I mean, look at this cast. You got Jodie Foster, Sterling K. Brown. I'm trying to get the focus here. Sophia Boutella, Jeff Goldblum, Brian Tyree Henry, Jenny Slate, and Zachary Quinto. Don't forget the man there. All right. Here's the Mummy collection. Again, I'll unbox if you want. This is a nice presentation of the film. All of the films in 4K. This is the last time the Mummy looked good or was fun in a theater. The Tom Cruise. I like Tom Cruise, but that movie was not. His movie was not good. Speaking of Tom Cruise, Oblivion. Gotta get that stupid tag off. If you guys know how to do this without tearing up the slip, please give me some pointers. Again, this is not a complex story. This is more about atmosphere, visuals, and performances. And it's a lot of fun. It's a good film. Really good science fiction film. Great collector's edition of E.T. here. Ugh. This sticker I'll probably leave on, though. It's the price tags that need to go. I mean, I'll give you the read-up right there, but everyone knows E.T. Speaking of Ex Machina, there it is. In 4K. It's a beautiful 4K. I'll give you the read-up on this one, just in case you don't know it. This is the good old classic. I got a tint there. It's a good old classic science fiction question of what does it mean to be alive? It is very mesmerizing. So this one, Fantastic Beasts. I will be honest with you, I don't like this film, and I know I told you that I don't have things in my collection that I don't like, but this one is from a girlfriend. She likes it. So it is technically hers. I wouldn't be here otherwise. Here's your read-up. It's not my cup of tea. It's a pretty nice looking 4K though. I watched it with her. Ready Player One. Nothing, nowhere near as good as the book, but a very fun watch. And a pretty gorgeous looking and sounding 4K. Get your read up there. Fun movie. I watched the race scene at the beginning a lot. Predator. Got the 3-movie collection there. The good ones. Stay away from the others. Got a little 3-movie collection read up there. Again, it's in a nice box. I like this packaging. I mean, it's just the 4K, you know, a thick 4K Amory box in there. But they went to the extra trouble putting it in a nice sort of cardboard cover. It deserves it. It deserves premium treatment, these movies. Kong Skull Island. This is a very fun movie. John C. Reilly is great in this movie. Samuel L. Jackson is also great. It's a fun cast. It's, I don't know. I think this movie got highly underappreciated. People try to take it too seriously. There you go. Lucy. So this is a guilty pleasure. It's not a good movie by the standards of what makes a movie good, but I enjoy it. I love Scarlett Johansson as a badass, and she is a badass in this film. Did you read it? It's a nice looking 4K. And last but not least, and I think I showed this to you in the Steelbooks, but I've sorted it out now, and this is actually in the science fiction section. We've got the Jurassic Park collection in a nice box. Again, unbox if you want to see it. Let me know in the comments. So that's it. That is my sci-fi collection. Hope you enjoyed seeing it. If there's something you don't have, you haven't seen, and you want, let me get, see, I've got my nice, got my basic bitch Perrier here. But listen, I don't drink soda anymore. I've cut those out, so that's good. If there's something here you want to see more about, you want to hear more about, just let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to break that particular Blu-ray or DVD or whatever 4K out and let you see it. Otherwise, that's it for this particular category. I think next we'll do superhero movies and animated films. So until then, again, OTS Movie Night on Instagram. Please give me a follow there. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification to hear more about physical media. Until next time, I'll see you. Pull something off the shelf. Share it with some friends and family over the holiday season. Let's remind everybody why physical media is the best way to watch films.